Well, unfortunately, due to social distancing and stay-at-home measures, even the best of athletes are suffering the effects of constant couch surfing, snacking, and binge TV. Except for Benazzo, the guy's impeccable. But in the hopes of whipping all of us back into shape, here's a look at some of the region's top triathletes pushing themselves to the limit in 1987 in tonight's Backchecking.
60 entries waded into Boulevard Lake for the start of the Red Oak Fresh Air Triathlon. The three-event race had been billed as a battle between Ron Rost and Paul White, but Bruce Halverson, second the past 2 years behind Rost, set the pace out of the water, swimming 1.5K course in 18 minutes 28 seconds. Then Halverson showed his strong cycling training this year by leading Rost and White through the 40K cycle, finishing with a 50-second lead as White and Rost went into the run transition area back-to-back. However, going into the run, Halverson knew that he would be pressed to hold off White.
No, I knew Paul was only about just over a minute behind me, and I knew he's so much better of a runner that I wasn't surprised when he came by me.
White, competing with a slight pull in his calf muscle, labored behind Halverson until the 5K turnaround point at the Abitibi Mill on Lakeshore Drive. But under the CN overpass, White's superior running skills took over, but he admits he was running in pain.
Well, it slowed me down a fair bit. I didn't want to push it too hard. I probably shouldn't even have run, but I wanted to finish.
Were you out there to win at that point, even though you were hurting?
Once my leg went, I just was trying to concentrate on catching Bruce and then just hanging on to first.
White would hang on with no problem, ending Ross' 3-year domination, clocking winning time for the three events of 1 hour, 55 minutes, 16 seconds. Halverson would finish second for the third straight year, 1 minute and 10 seconds back. While three-time champ Ross had to settle for third place over 3 minutes behind White, but he was not bitter.
No, definitely not. I think it's good that someone else won, especially an athlete as outstanding as Paul, trained as hard as he did. I think it's good for the sport. It's sort of like the Ironman where Dave Scott won 3 years in a row, and it was time someone else won, and I think it'll help the sport, definitely.
In the women's event, Janet Stalker did win her 4th straight title. Stalker was just off her Minneapolis time, completing the triple in 2 hours, 12 minutes, 25 seconds. That was close to 7 minutes in front of Lisa Krause and Karen Petrick, who finished in a close battle for second place less than a minute apart. Stalker says her cycling was the big difference.
Yes, at about 15 kilometers, just past 15 kilometers, I took over first place. But I thought that it would be a little bit later than that. I thought it would be around the turnaround. But I was hoping not to be that far back on the swim, and I was. So I had to make that up. But I had a really good bike, my best bike ever.